Hey, what's happening, everybody? What's good? What's shaking and all that other good stuff? It's Miguel, your midweek motivator, and I'm coming at y'all doing something a little bit different than what we normally do, all right? So what I'm going to do over the next couple of days is I'm going to do a series of videos, probably about 3 of them, that's going to close out 2015 and take us into 2016, right? Just because I just want to leave y'all with some things that I've been thinking about. So first thing I want y'all to remember one thing, and I said this last year, and I'm gonna always say this: that whatever you got going on, that things you've been dealing with, whatever situations you got going on, right? There are no problems; they're only situations. See, some problems don't have a solution, but all situations have an outcome. So let's keep that in mind, right? So with that being said, whatever you got going on, some of you making your what you're not going to do in 2016 and what you're not going to deal with and all this other stuff. But remember one thing: your situations and your past things that you got into that led up to where you are right now, don't know that it's 2015 going into 2016, and that they're not, your situations and problems and all that other stuff are not supposed to follow you into 2016. They don't know that, right? They don't know that because you don't know that, and you don't know that because you keep saying to yourself what you're not going to deal with. But at the end of it is, you're not dealing with the point of the pain. You're not getting down to what the root of what your situation is that you're dealing with, to really learn from it, grow from it, get some result from it, and handle it, right? All right, so let's get into this. Use my personal thing, and our first principle that I want to hit you guys with is, it was said in one of my favorite movies, Gladiator, with Russell Crowe. He said, "What we do in life echoes in eternity." Now that's important to me because of one major reason, right? Right now in my life, on top of following the vision that God has for me to speak and everything, and I'm learning what I can and everything that I can, soaking it all up and everything, and the steps that I have to go through and the process that I got to go through, because you got to trust the process and everything. Along the way, there is what we call, I'm looking for my vocational work. Now that's the work that's not, purpose, but it's to bring money in for me and my family so that we can still eat until God's put me in a place where my passion and my purpose will be the sole thing that I do to bring us this income. But until then, so I'm in this position and I'm looking and some of you guys know me, some of y'all don't know me. I'm a good guy. If you know me about work, I'm a hard worker. Like, I like physical work. I like fast-paced work. I get it done. I handle pressure good, all this other good stuff, right? My resume speaks for itself. All the people that I ain't burned no bridges, so all my old past employees and everything, they vouch for me and all this other stuff. But the thing is, some of the things that has happened in my past are still, because on paper, are affecting me in a certain way. For example, y'all know I got the DUI, right? This DUI, even it is affecting me even now trying to get an employment. Now I'm coming up on the mark where most jobs, in terms of hiring drivers, they don't worry about, you got the DUI, but you've had it for like 3 years now, so you're good to go. You're clear on that. That's not an issue. So that's not really an issue. But, in looking for work, that time period that I explained y'all, I didn't have any work. I couldn't pay my child support, and it was very hard. I'm barely making payments and everything. But some of y'all may or may not know this. When you can't make payments, the first thing that they do, and I still don't know why, is they suspend your driver's license. Now, y'all can see where that problem is presented to me, being as though that majority of everything on my resume is driving work, right? So I'm out here, I'm applying for these jobs, and I'm putting in, and they like what they see, they like what they hear to me, but I'm clear cut with them. Like, this is what's on my driving record. Like, can you deal with that? Is this something, that your company can handle, or is it not? So we don't waste each other's time. And we going through the process, and, just this morning, they tell me I had an interview, and because of what's on my record, even this guy don't even know me, but he see my work history, and he see, what I've been doing. He look at my driver, he's like, but he don't have any points. Like, he does have this stuff on his, but he don't have any points. Like, let's take him on. But they like, no, we can't do it. So I use that to say this. Just because, I was in a situation some years ago, and I got these suspensions on my driving record now, right? And it's not traffic violations. It's not moving violations. It's because of my child support situation, right? But now it's affecting me now in my today, right? So what I want to get to y'all is that you're going to run into situations like this. You're going to run into times like this in your now period, your present moment, that you can't, because of what you did in your past, or how you're labeled in your past, or what's on a piece of paper, that it may affect you now. But I'm here to tell you now is, do not let that just get you discouraged, because for all the no's that you're going to get, it's going to be one that tell you yeah. One prayer that I prayed to God was simply this: Lord, I'm going to apply for any and everything. And before I get to that, one of my concerns in finding work was that I don't want the work that I do to be able to keep me from doing what it is God called me to do because of the time that I got put in it. So the prayer that I prayed to God was, God, as I apply for any and everything, sift out the jobs that are not for me, and bring the ones that, the one that you will have me do. So if that means that I got to go through 1,000 no's before I get to that one yes at the appointed time that I'm supposed to get that yes, then you know what? Thank God I'm here. I appreciate it, right? So you're gonna, like I said, you're gonna have your go through. You're gonna probably experience these things just because of old labels, old mistakes, old choices, things like that. But just keep moving forward, keep going forward. Just finish the race that you're in. All right, our past is not a representation of our future if we choose it not to be. But what our past is a platform to build our future, to build to what we want to grow to what we're working on. So I'm not worried about all the no's that I get, right? The guy explained to me what was on. I said, you know what? I appreciate your time. Thank you very much. I walked out that building, gave praise to God, and then kept it moving, right? And that's how I handle it. So I want you to think about time. Think about the things that you have done throughout this year that may affect you, that may not affect you now or later. So, because at any given time, your now will be your past. So once that happens, you have to understand what you're doing in the time that you're doing it in, and the choices that you're making, and the decisions that you're making, and how you want to run your life in terms of the people you come in contact with, how you handle your situations, how you handle your family, kids, friends, all that type of stuff. Think about all that stuff. Make better decisions. I made a video where I said making God the center of your life and your focus, and how that'll help you make better choices and decisions and get you some direction. Start doing that, because that's what I'm doing, and that's how I'm holding on. So just be faithful to what's going on. We're going to go into 2016 with something different, thinking different, doing different. I remember I told you, change your mind, change your life. So that being said, I love y'all. I want y'all to use this, thinking about what you're doing, thinking about the choices that you make, and how they do echo throughout your lifetime. How they'll either break you, or you can use them and learn from them to build that platform, right? So I love y'all. Y'all hang in there, because I'm hanging in there. Ride with your boy. These legs strong. These knees ain't buckling, which is going to take me into my next one. I'll see y'all soon.